Well, that's not good, Rocky. What are you guys gonna eat? We're out of feed, guys. Are you guys out of hay as well? I see you over here by the door. Yep, they're out of hay. And they made a mess. Time to get this place cleaned up a little bit. I gotta go get some round bales of hay. Gotta go get some feed. And I'm just not gonna worry about that right now, alright guys? Hey there guys, and welcome back to CG Family Farm. So as you saw, we're running low on feed. So today we're gonna find out about how much it takes to feed these little animals. We are down to the 2 little goats. We have Cammy and we have Cutie. And we also still have Rocky. So those right there need some hay. And luckily, we're right down the road from a good neighbor of ours that has a lot of hay. And he actually sells round bales to me every now and then when I need them. Check it out. It's a lot of cows. I think he has over 100 head of cattle out here. So yes, he does require a lot of round bales of hay, but every now and then he'll sell me 1 or 2, just depending on how he is. But looks like he has plenty right now, so that's perfect. Let me pull on up and load up right now. And we're good to go, guys. That was pretty quick. As you saw, pretty easy for him. He has a big tractor. He farms a lot of acres. So all he had to do was just pull up that tractor to the side, lay it down nice and smoothly, pull on out, and he left it perfectly to where whenever we get home right now, we're just gonna roll it on out the truck, and then we'll run to the actual feed store to get the rest of the bags, like corn and all stock and different kind of feed I still gotta get. But he was actually nice enough to give me a nice little treat, guys. All right, now that we're home, we're parked, we're safe. Now I can let you guys know what my neighbor gave me, right? He has lots and lots of cattle, like I talked about, right? So he keeps a lot of supplements in his barn. So when I talked to him about my buddy giving me that heifer, if you guys remember, I got that little heifer 100% free. Well, yes, she was free, but now I have to care for her as far as feeding her, as far as making sure she gets the right supplements, make sure she gets vitamins, things like that. So since I told him I only had 1 little heifer, and she happens to have a little bit of scores, and she's already about 8 days old. So at 8 days old, he said if she still has runny poop, then you need to actually give her a little bolus pill. These are the bolus pills that he gave me, and he says that they're actually supposed to help her harden up her stool. So I really do appreciate him. I mean, honestly, at any given time, I just call him up and ask him for a round bale of hay. Right away he'll say, come on by, pick it on up. And I mean, I'm literally like 3 minutes away from his house. So I mean, it's very convenient for me, guys. If you guys are gonna raise animals, always look around your community. Try to reach out to more farmers, make friends with everybody, because it really comes in handy to help each other out. Like if he needs something, he can call me up and I'll try to lend him a hand, and now vice versa. If I need something, I mean, there it is, guys. And I get free little supplement pills to help out my animals, right? So now let me unload this round bale real quick, and then after I unload it, then we'll head out to the store to buy the rest of the feed. Sometimes you gotta use your noggin, right? Didn't want to fool around with a tractor. Too heavy to actually roll it off, but tied it to that post. That post ain't going nowhere. Pull it forward and there it is. Now time to go get the feed. Alright, so we made it to the 41 feeding garden, guys. You know I gotta support local, so I gotta support my good old friend Adam Bramlett and Boy Bramlett. They're the owners of this place. Great great people. So you're in the area of Dalton, Georgia, definitely stop by 41 feeding garden. So I've already paid for my feed. Now I'm gonna pull around and load it up. We're all loaded up and it's time to head on home before it gets dark, guys. Alright, now that we're back home, let's see how much we spent today. So I got 2 bags of cracked corn because I like to mix that in to make feed last a little bit longer at least. 4 bags of this Wrangler, which is just sweet feed. That's what I feed the goats and the bull. A little bit of that and then some hay. I mixed in a little bit of corn, again, just to make it last some more. I got the 3-way scratch. That one helps out for the little Cornish cross chickens. Also mixed in cracked corn with that. And I got layer crumble underneath here. And then I got the milk replacement. So in total I spent, let's see here, I spent $107.44 at the feed store, plus the $40 of the round bale of hay. So there you go, about $150 that I spent today. This is probably going to last me, I think the round bale of hay should last me at least 2 months. I mean, month and a half, 2 months, because it's only the goats and the bull. The little heifer, she can't eat hay yet. This feed, it probably lasts me about the same time, about month and a half, something like that. So I'll probably give you guys an update and see how long this feed lasts me. Next time I go to the feed store, I'll upload another video and let you guys know. So before it gets dark on us, let's put that round bale of hay in a different place, because you saw the mess that we had going on this morning. We got to change that. So that's not gonna work. So to show you a little bit more of the kind of mess that we got going on, yeah, that's not gonna work anymore. Right there, I guess I'll tell you guys exactly what happened. So behind the scenes, I had the bright idea of Lasso and Rocky, right? So I got him inside of there because I was feeding him, and then it was just, he was so calm and it seemed so easy. So I threw the lasso and I lassoed him around the horns, right? When I roped him, lassoed him, I pulled on it and he started bucking a little bit. So at that moment, I guess I panicked a little bit, and then I tied him up to that post. When I tied that rope up to that post, I was like, okay, I'm going to give him a little bit of time, a little bit of space. Hopefully he calms down. So I went inside and I got some other things done. I gave him about an hour just to see how he's doing. Then came outside and checked on him. When I came and checked on him, he had already knocked down those boards. He had knocked down the boards. He had pushed on the door, and he was already out here. So that's why I haven't fixed that. So that's kind of what happened. The reason I kind of did that behind the scenes is because I wanted to give it first a try before actually, I guess, put it out there on camera. But I'm going to do it, guys. I'm going to do it again. The reason why is I really want to keep him around, man. And I can't keep him around if he's completely untamed. I need him to at least be at a bare minimum. If he doesn't allow us to actually lead him around to a bare minimum, allow us to be close by to him without him having to buck and act wild and, you know, kind of scare us or the kids or somebody that wants to come to the farm. So anyhow, I will be working on him a little bit more, but next time I will record it, because you know, it was a little bit of an adventure. He did not get hurt whatsoever. He doesn't really hate me. Like, I can still walk up to him and he's fine around me. I made sure I didn't hurt him. However, it just didn't work out. So that's why we got that mess. And to tell you a little bit more about where the round bale of hay used to be at, of course it used to be right there, but we're going to change that spot. The reason is, if you see Rocky, as small as he is still kind of heavy, right? So when he comes up here to eat, he still steps on all this, and when it rains, he makes it a big mess. So what I'm planning to do this time around is I'm actually going to put the round bale of hay somewhere up there. Also for 2 reasons. One, of course, because up there it doesn't actually puddle up. And reason number 2 is because if I put it up there, then the trees will protect it a little bit from the rain. So that's 2 reasons why I want to move it up there. And before it gets dark, I'm really going to try to rush over there and load this up onto a pallet and move it over there. So let's see how it turns out. Well, that tire's pretty much done for. But it got the job done. So I really want to be upfront and honest with you guys. That's how sometimes things go around the farm. Whenever you got a lot of stuff going on at home, you know, you got help with the kids, you got help with the house chores, you got to run errands, you got a full-time job, and you have to feed these animals. You're doing everything last minute. I completely forgot that tire had a little bit of damage on the inside of it, right? So the other day I was moving some stuff around, and then I saw that it started going flat, so I went and filled it back up with air. It didn't hold the air, so I said, well, that's not important, so I'll just go fix it some other day. Completely forgot about it, and that's the result right there, right? That now that I really need this tractor, because I couldn't leave this round bale of hay just out there in the middle of the backyard. As you can see, Rocky's really hungry, and so were the goats, so I really needed to get it in here. And today, so halfway through the goat pen and the chicken coop, it started getting flatter, and I was like, well, I have no choice now. I can't turn back with a big round bale of hay on the loader and then go fill up the air and come make it back over here, because then it would be a never-ending story of going back and forth filling up the air. But we made it. That tire is pretty much damaged. I guess I might as well just leave the tractor here, bring the jack, lift it up, take the tire off, and then take it to the shop. Right, for now I'm gonna have to carry these kids outside the corral, because like I said, Rocky's pretty chill, but I don't want to take any chances. I'm gonna carry them outside the corral, and then over there I'll meet you in a few minutes, so that way we can go and feed that little heifer her little pills, and hopefully she'll get a lot better. Alrighty, she's back in her little pen. I actually take that board down and then take it back up with that strap, just because she's gotten to where she actually goes outside the pen by herself and she goes back in. And if you notice, you know why she's actually sniffing in that area? She's already giving me a sign. She's only 8 days old, and by herself, she's already learned that right there where she's actually sniffing at is where I put the bottle. Now, I've only done that twice, but just with those 2 times, she already knows that that's where she has to eat. So she's already walking up there, sniffing, waiting for me to put the bottle in there. But before I put the bottle, I have to get those little blue pills. I'm going to crush them up, put them inside the bottle, because we did a little bit of research and we figured that that's the easiest way, since we don't have the actual, it's like this big pipe that you stick in their throat, and that will help them put the capsules all the way to the back of their throat so they won't spit them back out. We don't have that. So instead, we looked it up and said other people, what they do is they crush them up, put them in the bottle, and they're good to go. So one other thing that I didn't want to let you guys know is that these little heifers are so intelligent. Like I said, I'll bring down that board, and she walks on up outside the doorway and right outside throughout the day. And then at night, she actually comes back in here by herself, guys. Believe it or not, I did not put her in there. All I have to do is leave the garage door open, leave that board down, and she walks right in, and she knows that that's her home, and that's it's time to get her bottle before she goes to bed. So let's get her bottle. We got our milk replacer, we got our bottle, and we have our hot water. So what I do is pretty much give her 3 scoops of this milk replacer, and we're about out, so that's exactly why we went to go to the feed store, get some more. So we got 3 scoops of this, and then we have our hot water. We actually do have a thermometer, and we want it to be around 100 degrees. So there you go. It's a little bit over 100 degrees, which is perfect temperature for her to drink it and not upset her stomach. Now that we're good on temperature of the water, only thing we got missing is the little blue pill. We're gonna put it on the cardboard, that way we don't make that much of a mess. Probably one at a time. Oh yeah, that's a good powdery consistency where she should be able to drink it. Now with her squirt bolus in there, we shake it up real good, and you ready, huh? That's my hand. Honestly, it's a pretty fun experience, guys. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There's a little bit of expense to it, but it's just a really great experience to be feeding her. And as you saw in our previous video, even our kids got to feed her, and they really enjoyed it as well. Got her shake it up really good, make sure everything dissolves properly. And there she is. Look at that. Look how perfect that bottle sits in there. All it is that pallet. I cut that board from the back just enough for that bottle to fit in there. And then I cut just underneath right here, just to where the lid could actually clear it. So that way when she pulls on it, it doesn't come forward, or when she pushes it back, it doesn't fall from behind either. So she's really enjoying her little bottle. She really enjoys her little setup, and we really enjoy having her here. So hopefully you guys will get to see a lot more of her. We still don't have a name picked out, so if you guys want to help us out, you're more than welcome to comment down below. We're also going to be posting some pictures on our Instagram page, of course, under CG Family Farm. That's another place where you can reach out to us. Our Facebook page, cgfamilyfarm.com as well. So you have plenty of different ways that you can reach out to us and give us any more suggestions of how to name her, because we still don't have one. Now, we do like the fact that she can drink on her own, and that way, if the case may be that we're kind of short-handed on time, then in the mornings I might just drop off the bottle before I go to work and I'll head on out. But like right now, I do have a little bit of time to where I can be right next to her, because what we want is as she gets bigger and bigger, that she actually gets attached to us, right? So that's one of the benefits of actual bottle feeding. Us doing it this way, it kind of takes away from actually having her being attached, right? So don't worry, we only do this every now and then when we're tight on time. But right now, I will make sure that she realizes that I want her to know who I am, and I want her to get closer to trusting us, and that way she can come around any given time as she gets bigger and bigger. Because one day she will be a big cow, hopefully by then, not just a heifer. We may be able to breed her, and at that time she may even be our milking cow. We don't know yet. We're still unsure of what the future holds for her, right? But if she does become our milking cow, we want to make sure that she can trust us and we can trust her as well, right? So that's how we'll end the day, guys. I'll be over there with her, making sure she drinks that bottle comfortably, and then making sure she's going to be fine for the rest of the night. And you guys, thank you very much for all the support. Thank you guys for being here. And like always, get out there and have fun.